What is up everybody? In this video we are comparing the Dynablast 2 against the Novablast 2. Hey, what is up everybody and welcome back to the channel. How are we all doing? Let me know in the comments, and while you're down there, do you know of two pointier shoes? Look how they're like arrows. Look how pointy they are. Let me know in the comments. Now both of these feature Asics Flight Foam Blast. Now try and say Flight Foam Blast really quickly several times and let me know in the comments how you got on. I'd be very interested to know. So the point of this video really is to sort of work out the differences between the two. They've both got different sort of prices and all that kind of stuff. I'll talk about if they're any good and that kind of stuff and how I feel about them, but it's more about the differences and where I see them fitting in terms of rotation and all that kind of stuff. But before we do all that, let's get all the stats and features done first. Okay, so let's start with a new kid on the block, the Dynablast 2. We've got a brand new knit upper, which is warm. We've got a new lacing system. Like I said a second ago, we've got the Flight Foam Blast that's maintained in the shoe. We've got AHA rubber. It weighs just under 10 ounces and it is £110, but I'm sure it'll be cheaper than that. Both of these shoes fit true to size. This has got, I think, the old tongue of the first Novablast in it because it's massive. Yeah, so I think that's definitely got the old tongue from the first version. There's loads of comfort in terms of foam in the heel and that lot. It's a comfortable place to be. And I think that's about it for the Dynablast 2. So then we've got the Novablast 2, which has got its 8mm drop with a decent lump of Flight Foam Blast. We've got a twin layer mesh upper in the shoe. The shoe is 100, and let me just check actually. From memory, I think it was 130 quid, I can't remember. Yeah, 130 quid. God, I'm good. We've got, I said, Flight Foam Blast, outsole, AHA rubber, heel stabilizer, lacing system, blah blah blah, and all that kind of stuff. Both are neutral shoes, but look at the stack heights in terms of differences, right? I think that is one of the biggest takeaways in terms of the stack heights of the shoes. But this has got a knit upper, this has got a mesh upper, both long. This has got a pull tab on the back if that floats your boat, but this has got like an improved heel structure to it to stop some of the sort of floating about you get with this load of Flight Foam Blast in the shoe. They've also reduced, I'm going to do it like that and my eye shut, don't know why my eye shut, but the bulbous bit that sticks out here, they've reduced that on this second model. It's the same on there as well. The Flight Foam Blast on this shoe definitely feels more rubberized, I would say, and it's also more noticeable in the ride. It's a little bit more rubberized in terms of spring back. This just feels a little bit softer, maybe because there's more of it. They did increase the stack height in the front of this shoe to sort of level it out and improve the ride of it, and they also made it wider as well, again to stop some of that instability issues. If you haven't seen the video I've done for my gait analysis, we did do the Novablast 2 on the treadmill. The data was frightening, and basically I shouldn't run in this shoe for a long period of time. The heel in it, I'm just moving around that a little bit too much, and over a longer period of time it will cause me damage. That said, I know people who really like the shoe, the Forest of Dean runner, and if you don't follow him, make sure you subscribe to his channel, but he really likes the shoe. So it's all horses for courses, I would say, with the Novablast 2. The thing is with the Dynablast 2, I think it offers a much more stable version of this. Yes, it is a lower, so you don't get the sort of feedback that you get off the Novablast 2 and that not explosive ride, but that sort of real bounce back from the heel. You don't get that from here, but it is a nicer blend and it does feel a little bit more stable. The problem with this shoe is, and I said it in the other videos I've done with it, is that there's just better, cheaper alternatives out there in terms of daily trainers like the Pumas of this world and some of the shoes from New Balance. So I don't really see why you'd pay £110 for this shoe, despite it actually being quite a fun shoe to run in. There's nothing wrong with it particularly, and it's got AHA rubber on the outsole, so it's going to last forever as well. But yeah, I think the main difference is really this is a lot more explosive in terms of feedback. You can use this for, you know, longer runs if it suits you. You can do a lot more with this shoe than you can with this. So for the £20, I would spend it on the Novablast 2. I'd really advise you to get the Novablast 2 instead of the Dynablast 2. If you've got a less of a budget, then I'd actually stay away from the Dynablast 2 and go and look at something like the Puma. instead for like a daily trainer. But yeah, the Novablast 2 ticks a lot of boxes for a lot of people, not for me. But say the main difference is really, I would say, between the two are the sort of feedback you get from the Novablast 2. It feels much more alive and there's a lot more going on in a positive way versus the Dynablast 2. So yeah, hopefully that was useful. I think the Dynablast 2 looks awesome in this red. I know when I tried the Novablast 2 in the Asics shop, they did like this mint colour and it looks so much better than this blue version that I got here. But yeah, anyway, horses for courses again. So yeah, there you go, people. Don't bother with the Dynablast 2. If the Novablast and the first version floated your boat, you're going to love version 2, so get out there and grab a pair while you can.